What's up there, Misfits? Welcome to your Ether Collective reading. So this reading is intended to just kind of look at the collective energy, see what we're heading into for these next 7 days, okay? So a little bit of fine print as I'm getting things shuffled up here for you. I am an adult. I do use adult language. If that's something that you are uncomfortable with, I would suggest exiting stage left now. Plenty of readers here on YouTube. I'm sure you can find someone that uses the language that you prefer, okay? As far as pronouns go with what you identify as. This is an inclusive channel, okay? And of course, last but not least, if you're looking for a personal reading, check out my website. Should be somewhere up on your screen, and poke around there and see if there's something that appeals to you, okay? All right, so I had to pull out a total of 4 cards. I've already pulled all of the Oracle cards just to save a little bit of time in the shuffle on camera. So we're going to be looking at... we're going to be looking at the energies that are obvious, if you will, that we can kind of see what's going to be going on this week. And then we're going to be looking at the unseen energies, like the underlying things that we're not actually seeing. So what's underneath the surface, okay? Oh, nope, too many. Go again, only 2, please. And then we're going to look at the energies that are at play, kind of causing all of this, and then we'll look at what is actually coming, so what we can expect to see by the end of the week, okay? I'll get our last 2 out. So I attempted to do this reading once already, and it was a little clunky. And a little terrifying. So we're going to see if that same energy ends up popping up, and it looks like it kind of has. So here we go. Okay, so I do not read reversals for anything but the clarifiers in this reading, just so you know. Okay, so the focus... random. The focus for some of you in the collective is spiritual career. Random. Okay. So what's seen in regards to this... oh my god, it's the same damn card in the same damn position. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay. Maybe I should just release that other reading, because this is looking like it's going to be just as bad. Okay. Okay, so there's some of you that are looking to take charge, or have more control over your income, your finances, how you're bringing money in. And for some of you, that is in the form of a spiritual career. So, you know, say you're a tarot reader like here on YouTube, or you're an energy worker of some sort, you know, Reiki, life coach, and any of that, okay? That is your focus this week. If for some of you trying to figure out how to get that off the ground, and for others of you of feeling like you need to maybe take a little bit more control over like your workflow, okay? Now, for some of you, the reason this dominion, or feeling like you need to find dominion, here, Two of Wands, over this is because Tower energy. So I feel like for some, things are about to come crashing down. Okay, or there's just going to be some type of unexpected turn of events or surprise, right? Now, what you don't see that's at play in this is devil energy. Okay, so this dude right here. Now, that could simply be like your motives for doing what you're doing or wanting to go into a spiritual career. But for others of you, we could be talking about malicious energy here. Okay, so interference of some sort. And I say that because we've got the mage here, which is the magician in traditional tarot. All right. Okay. So, can you tell I'm nervous to dig into this one? Oh, yeah. So, let's go ahead and look at some clarifiers. Yeah, it's almost feeling like manipulative energies for some of you. Whew, itchy ear. I don't know what that means as a spiritual symptom, but it's happened twice today, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But hey, and if you know, drop it down in the comments. Anyways, but yeah, it's kind of feeling like some manipulative energies that might be surrounding you. Now, this could, like I said, this could be your motives for wanting to go into a spiritual career, or spiritually based career. And for others of you, this could just be people around you who are trying to block what you're doing. All right, so we've got Temperance in the reverse over Dominion, and the Hierophant in reverse over Dominion. What on actual earth is going? I think Mercury retrograde is hitting early because my phone is like doing really weird crap right now. And apparently I am still recording, so we're gonna just roll with it. I'm not sure why the connection got lost, but yeah. Okay, anyways, so okay. So I cannot help but mention, as I'm talking about interference, I experience interference in trying to do this reading. Twice now, okay? Anyways, with Temperance and the Hierophant both being in reverse, I feel like this is spiritual warfare. Actually, that's exactly what this looks like. But it's like dogma versus spirituality, which are not the same thing, okay? Plenty of people out there can be spiritual but not necessarily religious, and sometimes, in some instances, that can conflict with the people around you, especially if they have a very dogmatic, fundamentalist type of view towards spirituality and religion, okay? There's some people I'm feeling like who have just kind of lost their patience with the ignorance of others regarding those who just decide to pursue a spiritually based career. And some of that might be coming to a head for you. Like, there's no evidence of it on my board, but I am feeling like for some of you, it's almost kind of like a seven of wands energy of feeling like you need to defend yourself and defend your reasoning for why you're doing what you're doing, okay? Okay, so on top of the Tower, we have the Tower. And then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm a little stunned by this, to be honest with you. This is almost looking like a split of the spiritual collective, okay? The spiritual based collective. Some are choosing to go towards, I hate to use the terms light and dark because it's like, I feel like it's very oversimplified for the world that we live in. The 3D is gray. It is neither black or white. It is a blend of both. Okay, but bear with me, okay, on the lingo. So I feel like there's some who are choosing to go a little bit more of the darker path, all right? Or the left-hand path, as it can be called. The mage, all right? With the devil, the left-hand path, literally. And then there's others that are on this light side of the path, but are beginning to question whether or not that path is actually valid for them and what they're doing, and if it's going to bring in the abundance and the peace that they're hoping to institute into their life. Okay, I'm feeling a major upset that is coming, unfortunately. And here's the thing, because this is on the side of the visible, of what is seen, I'm feeling like this has probably been picked up by you, uh, as a spiritual based person. You might, like I said, do tarot. You might be a psychic, energy healer. You've probably already felt something coming. I know when I mentioned in that message of concern video, I think I might have done it last week, that I mentioned this. I literally felt a shift come through, and that's what ended up delaying the readings. That will be the zodiac readings will start coming out tomorrow, but that's what ended up delaying that, because I'm like, I don't really know what this energy is and what I'm picking up, but I know that something's coming. And I feel like that's this tower energy. So this could be a division within the community. Based on fundamentalist ideas. Okay. I don't like this energy at all. But it's coming through for a reason, so I'm just going to relay the message, and the chips will fall where they may. Okay. So let's start clarifying the unseen side of the underlying motives and energies going on. Why this is happening. Can get a little more clarification on what we are not seeing in regards to this. High Priestess in reverse. Full reverse. So what we're not seeing is a lack of a new beginning, I feel like, taking place, because so many people are going against their intuition. Now, this could be as simple as those who are drawn to a spiritual path, a spiritual career, and they're not taking that leap. Okay? It could also be some of those who are taking that leap to go into a spiritual career, or on the spiritual path, that they're not necessarily doing that for the above board reasons. Okay? But there is interference in the spiritual community. That is literally what I'm seeing on my board. That is, again, not how I thought that this reading was going to go. But I mean, I felt that shift come through, and then of course with Mars being in retrograde, and then we've got that full moon in Aries ruled by Mars, and a bunch of other aspects that I don't know enough to tell you about, but I've read a little bit up on, that this was going to be kind of a turning point week. And I said the same thing in the message of concern, that October was going to be a tipping point, if not a breaking point, for some people. Now, what I'm seeing here is we might see this play out in the spiritual community. Okay. I mean, it's almost feeling like dark magicians versus light magicians. Like that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I don't think I've ever gotten that type of dynamic before in a reading, but it is a bit of a left-hand path versus a right-hand path when it comes to magic and spirituality, and just growth. Okay, so on top of the magician, we've got death upright. So something is definitely transforming in this community. And then daughter of air. So there could be a lot of truth coming out about what this interference has been, why it's been happening, who's been behind it. Like, some people are going to start to get called out. Okay, if they haven't been doing stuff above board, is what I'm feeling like. So, wow. Whew, wow, that is so not what I was expecting this reading to look like. Usually the collective readings are, they talk a lot more about spiritual growth and ascension and how we can integrate it. And that's really the type of reader that I am. I seek to help people on their ascension. I seek to help people find those underlying things driving negative aspects of their ego and to break the hold that it has on them. Because when those underlying currents are running in your life and you're calling yourself on this spiritual journey, you can stall yourself or even set yourself back some by not acknowledging that side of self. Like, I'm a big component and fan of shadow work, if you will, because I feel like it's one of the most important parts of spiritual work. If you don't know your own dark side, then people can take advantage of that and make it work against you. Okay? And the point is to know self better than anyone else. You know what I mean? So, okay. So the energies at play for this: happy family and envy. It came up again. Okay. So like I said, when I tried to do this reading the first time around, it was coming up a lot with the Dominion card came up, but it talked a lot about money and how there's about to be a massive change in the financial system and money. I might still post that just because I'm seeing a lot of the same energies here. But with happy family and envy coming up, again, this whole dark versus light. God, I had to find a new term to talk with that, to explain that. But and it's very basic, and like I said, bear with me here on the lingo here. I'm feeling like the happy family card, it's those that are going to be able to roll with the changes and keep their perspective about everything, remembering that regardless to how this tower is falling, okay, to keep perspective, remain in gratitude, don't speak ill or wish ill over other people if you see that they're doing that and you're having a more difficult time getting yourself into that energy, okay? Because it's feeling like that there's some people out there that are envious of potentially the success of some people in their spiritual career, hence the reason that they're in this devil energy, this dark magician energy, to try and sabotage that, okay? Envy is poison. You think that you're doing something to the other person and really you're just poisoning yourself with that. Okay, so if you happen to find yourself in this envious energy that I'm picking up here, here's your reminder to find the gratitude in the everyday. Okay? Honestly, y'all, this is a little terrifying to look at. Whew. Wow. I'm literally seeing a split in the spiritual community. I don't know what causes it. I don't know what the inciting incident, if you will, is within this. It could be envy, but it feels like it goes much, much deeper than that with this devil and the magician. Like, this is dark magic, is what I'm seeing. Trying to disrupt those who are trying to bring light into the world and awareness to the world and help get people on their path and help them ascend. Like, this is dark magic trying to interfere with that. That's what this looks like to me. Okay, so what's coming is Daggis. That's our rune. All right, which is a rune of transition. Let me show it to you. It's a day beginning. This is a rune of transition, signals clarity and having learned lessons. The rune for Daggis resembles 2Ds mirroring another, heralds the passing of one thing into another, dawn to day and day to night. Transition brings new changes into our life. Change is good. It allows us to grow and incorporate the new lessons we have learned into who we are. As each new day comes, it brings the promise of unlimited potential. So I actually kind of view this as a little bit of a chaotic energy, like Uruz. And it's kind of backing up this tower energy that there is change coming. For some of you, it's just specifically within your career sector that you're going from like tech to spirituality or something like that. But for others, and I feel like on the larger scheme of the collective, this is feeling like a split in the community. Yeah. I don't have much more than that. And to be quite frankly, I don't like this energy, so I'm not interested in staying in it. So we're going to go ahead and call that here. Forewarned is forearmed. Okay, forewarned is forearmed. So we're going to go ahead and leave that here. Like, share, and subscribe. Especially if what I'm mentioning, what I've been talking about is something you've been picking up yourself. As far as larger collective themes. Okay. And I'll see you on Thursday for the midweek check-in. Hopefully, this has changed.